where cooking really gets fun again. You know, if you like baking, a baking center is like dying and going to heaven over. And we created a dilly of a baking center here for Dan and Kathy, and you'll create a wonderful one for yourself. Take a look at the kitchen layouts and you'll know the best place to put yours. But generally speaking, here's what we're looking at. First of all, you know, in that sea of food you emptied out of your kitchen, out of your cupboard drawers, and out of your cupboards and your drawers, well, there was all kinds of different things kicking around in there, and your job now is to go through all that food and pull out the things that you bake with. Well, let's take a look at what we've got here. There's all the sweeteners. The sugar, powdered sugar, brown sugar, there'd be honey, maybe molasses, anything that you sweeten with. And these days we're looking for agave as well. And then of course there's the stevia, so all kinds of sweeteners. Group them together in one area of your bake center as much as possible. You've got salt and baking powder and baking soda. You've got your vanilla flavorings and other flavorings, and your flours and your baking cocoa, oatmeal if you bake with it, and then wheat. Kathy likes to grind wheat and use whole wheat flour, and Pam and shortening and different things. And we've got up on the top, we've got other flavorings and food colorings and so on. So different things that you bake with. See, you're going to look at all that food and you're going to say, oh, okay, I bake with that, I bake with that. And then you'll start clustering your keepers into a bake center. So there's your baking ingredients. All right, now we need baking utensils. Remember I talked about there are different categories of utensils. Well, we found cutting utensils. We found serving utensils, remember, that we put in the tableware center. Now we've got baking utensils. What would they be? Let's take a look. We've got the beaters to a hand mixer. We've got a pastry blender, measuring cups, measuring spoons, a rubber spatula, an icing spreader, a pie crust crimper. In another drawer, we've got different rolling pins. Kathy's children help her bake, and they like to have their own rolling pin, and we had space for that. But remember the law of household physics? If you don't have the space for that, then maybe just one rolling pin is all you'll be able to accommodate. So we've got our ingredients, and we've got our utensils. Now we need a spot for mixing bowls. Kathy was lucky enough to have this space. Note the empty shelf up top. She's got her mixing bowls and her mixing bowl lids on these two shelves, divided according to sizes. Now if you are tight on space, again, you're not going to be able to keep as many bowls, and you're going to have to accommodate them perhaps into a smaller space. Kathy also has bakeware. You'll have bakeware. And so we grouped that together. On these shelves here, we've got her hand mixer and her bakeware, her mixing bowl, her wheat grinder, and down below we've got some cast iron that she bakes in. And then carrying on the theme of the bakeware, this final drawer, she's got her muffin pans, her bread pans, her 9x13s and various sizes. Everything she bakes with is in this cupboard and this cupboard right there. And that's her bake center. This is a large bake center. It had to be because Dan and Kathy do a lot of photo shoots in their kitchen, and baking is a big part of what they do. So of course they needed a lot of bakeware. You may not have as much bakeware. Just adjust according to what you have. Find the best space for you. A bake center, ingredients, utensils, and then the equipment to bake in, and you'll be set.